Welcome to this new video. This is the third video of this series, and in this video we're gonna explore pivot and unpivot in Python. So basically, we're gonna discover how it is possible to pivot and unpivot data frames by using Python functions. So as we did with in the previous videos, we always start with a data frame. In this case, we have a data frame with the student names, the subject, and the score that the students have for each subject. Um, so if we print this data frame, which is grades, we see how yeah, we have a column where we have Alice two times and then Bob two times, and then the subjects math, science, and then the score. So the scores that the students have for each subject. Um, but in case we are asked as a task, or we want to pivot this table, which means turn rows into columns, we can do that by using the pivot function in Python. Let's say, for example, that we don't want to have just this subject column anymore, but we want to have a column for each subject. So a column for math and a column for science filled with the student scores. Of course, it's possible to do that, and we can do it pivoted by first writing the name of the data frame that we want to pivot, then use the pivot function, and the first parameter is index, which is the column that we want to keep as it is, which is name in this case. Then we have columns, which are the columns that we want to pivot. In this case, it's subject. We want to turn the rows within the subject column into new columns. So we type subjects in here. And finally, values. And here we type the name of the column that holds the scores, the values that we want to assign to the newly created columns, which is score. So if we now print our newly pivoted grades data frame, we see how now we don't have the subjects column anymore, but we have a column for each subject, in this case math and science, with the scores of the students. It is also possible to do the opposite, so to turn columns into rows, and that's possible by using the math function in Python. Here as well, we have a data frame with students and their respective grades for the math, science, and English subjects. If we run this data frame, we can see how we have a column for with the student names, and then three columns, and each column representing a single subject with the grades of the students. However, what if we want to have just two columns, so one with all the subject names and one with all the scores? That's possible by using the math function. So we create the unpivoted table. We write the data frame name and then math function. Uh, the first parameter is id vars or id, yeah, id vars. And here we have to type the name of the column that we want to keep as it is, which is name in our case. Then after that, we have to select the var name parameter, which indicates the name of the column that will contain the subject names. And let's say that we want to call this new column subject. And finally, values name. The value name is basically the column that will contain the scores for each subject. So we name it score. Then basically we print this unpivoted newly created table. We try to hide this, and when we run it, yeah, when we run it, we now have two columns again. So column named subject with all the different subject names, and then the score column. So basically we went from columns to rows. So instead of having three rows, each one with values about the scores of the students, we now have just two columns that summarize the information. So whenever you need to go from rows to columns, when you have to turn rows into columns, you must use pivots. Otherwise, if you want to do the opposite, so if you want to go from columns to rows, then melt is the should be the right choice to make. And for this video, this is all. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.